Back in Asia, Buddhism is an individual's identity, their way of life. But in Chicago, Buddhism serves less as a religion or a lifestyle and more as an opportunity, drawing together communities of peoples who are not necessarily Buddhist. Founded in the 1970s, the Lhasa Buddhist Temple is the oldest and largest Korean Buddhist temple in Chicago. Since its founding, the temple has become a rock for the Korean Buddhist community. We met up with one of the live-in monks in charge of the temple's services to learn more about Buddhism and how it changed when she moved to America.
The previous Sunim, he was there. He just passed away last year. He was here for 15 years, but yeah, originally from Korea. So since this is like a branch of one of the Korean sects, Buddhist sects in Korea, they will have people that come to help.
Conjoined with the temple is a school that welcomes children between the ages of 3 to 18. Founded in 2009, the Bulta School of Korea's main focus of the school is to educate students from all backgrounds of the Korean language and culture. We spoke with the vice principal, Naomi Freeman, to understand the dynamic between the school and the temple.
What we do here at any Korean school really is the preservation of our culture. We keep our culture alive through language, through our culture, through music, through art. And I think that is super important for these children to grow up with a culture other than the American culture too. It makes them a well-rounded human being. We would love to have those students. We would love to have those students. Right now, we don't. I wish it were more advertised for students or potential students that didn't have any link to the Korean culture whatsoever, but right now, unfortunately, it hasn't really spread that far. I think in our society, the Korean culture is being exposed a lot more, like with K-pop, the Korean food. It's a lot more common now, so hopefully we'll see more students of different races and cultures come to our Korean schools. That would be a really awesome goal.
Finally, we interviewed one of the teachers, Robert Holloway, to understand what his perspective of the school was and if Buddhism played an integral part in the structure of the classes.
How'd I end up here? I was actually looking on Craigslist. I found a post for it. And I wasn't really looking for work, but the post for the opening here for a teacher just kept popping up. So I figured, okay, let me check it out. I don't do so much with the temple itself, but as far as the children, I think for any human being, children are like your treasure. Because you can't take anything when you die. You can't take whatever car you have. You can't take what money you have. But what you can do is whatever you leave for your children or for the children that are here, the knowledge that you leave with them, that's how you live on. And so I think it's very valuable as far as maintaining and preserving the Korean culture to continue to teach children within the community about where they come from.
I think again, it's expansion. We would like to have a lot more students. We would like to build and do a lot of outreach. We would like to have more added to our curriculum and see a lot of students that are, again, not linked to the Korean culture come in to learn as well.
There is indeed a tension between the claim that it is possible to practice Buddhism the same way in Korea as in America, especially when none of the people within the video actually practice Buddhism, except for the monk. The question is, then, what draws these Korean Americans to a Buddhist temple instead of, say, a Christian church, as religious Korean Americans typically identify more with? The answer lies in the philosophy of the Korean school, in the preservation of Korean culture and identity, not a Korean culture assimilated into the American environment. If the authentic Korean culture, that is, the culture of continental Korea, and not the culture that Korean Americans have developed, is what the temple goers and parents who send their children want to instill or properly preserve, a Christian church simply cannot offer that. While historically Christianity and Buddhism both had solid footholds in Korea, Christianity is a very Western religion. Koreans who want to preserve the Eastern Korean culture and not assimilate into American culture would thus benefit from a Buddhist environment, regardless of whether or not they actually are interested in practicing Buddhism. That is why Buddhism serves more as an opportunity, an invitation, to draw together people interested in Korean culture, and does not actually define one's identity in America as much as it does in Korea.